Hello everybody, Jill here, and today we're gonna go over tips to have a healthy relationship. Now, tip number one is to stay positively focused on your partner's attributes and characteristics. And the reason I say that is because you will date somebody for a couple of months, and then after that couple of months, you start focusing and honing in on all the negative things and all the possibilities of things that can go wrong. And then things do go wrong, and you end up splitting up, or you end up going your separate ways. Now, we all know this. Where focus goes, energy flows. Dating can be all fun and dandy until you start digging into each other's past. And the thing that you want to focus on is, who is that person today? Maybe whatever experiences they had in the past before you has shaped them. It's irrelevant what they had gone through, because the way that they treat you, the way that they speak to you, the way that they open up their heart, if they do to you, is what matters. And so focus on that so you can get more of that love from them and more of that energy from them. What story are you telling about that person? You have your own story of what you tell of your own life. Like, this is my job, this is what I do, this is where I live, these are my family, these are my friends. You have your own story that you've created and that you've manifested and that you're living. Well, create the story that you want when it comes to your loved one or the person that you're dating. Tell the story of how you want it to go with the person that you're dating or the person that is in front of you, so that is what you get. Ask yourself this on a daily basis. What is it that you admire most about them? What attracted you to them? When you start to think of things that could go wrong or characteristics that you disapprove of or that you don't like, well, I hate to tell you guys this, but that's what you're going to get. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of your energy, and you'll find yourself with different faces in different places, but experiencing the same thing, the same end result, because of your focus. Now, tip number two is learn your partner's love language. Now, this is very important, as your relationships are going to be just as good as communication between the two of you. Now, looking at the 5 different love languages, the first one is words of affirmation. You've got acts of service, gift giving, spending quality time, and physical touch. Now, I am well aware that I have not mastered all 5 of these love languages, and that's what makes me me. And I also make sure that whoever I'm involved with or I'm opening my heart up to, that they know that as well. I'm not very good at expressing myself verbally, and I wear my heart on my sleeve as far as being very passionate and being open to possibilities until somebody proves me wrong or somebody gives me a reason not to keep my heart open. But as far as communicating, you want to learn each other's love language so you don't mistakenly feel neglected. This plays a big part in clearing up communication and the different styles from one person to another. So one partner may enjoy sending pictures and exchanging pictures and texting, and another may want to talk on the phone. And they find it disrespectful to just send text, as if, you know, they may look at that person as lazy. Another person may look at the other person who wants to talk on the phone as taking up so much of their time. They just want to, you know, make plans and it be it. Well, communication is very important. We know that goes hand in hand with a healthy relationship. So make sure that you're very clear as far as how you show your love. You know, if one is giving gifts and another is all acts of service, thing is, you could be expressing your love, and the other person, right, you could be expressing your love as far as cleaning the house and doing the dishes and folding your partner's clothes, but you never ever say I love you, or you don't ever give them a hug or a kiss or reach out. But if your other person's love language is physical touch, where they love giving kisses and they love hugging you and touching you, but you don't initiate that, they may think that you don't love them, and you're gonna think that, well, they don't ever appreciate anything that I do for them, so they must not love me. Be very clear and communicate with your partner what your dominant and what your less dominant love language is. Tip number 3 is to get real and make sure that you're not in a rainbow relationship. Now, what does this mean? A rainbow relationship is when you are in love with what potentially somebody could be, or with who they may be one day, or what they may do for you someday. You want to make sure that you are in the relationship with a person who is in front of you for everything that they do, who they are they, you know, for whatever it is, whatever characteristics that you want in a person, this is what they are. For instance, let's say that 2 people are dating and one is working and one is not, and the other person promises that oh yeah, I'm gonna get a job, and it's been a year and they haven't gotten a job. You know, job offers that come in, but they feel it's beneath them. So make sure that you are in love with what the person is now, because otherwise you're gonna be frustrated. A year, time is gonna pass, or maybe even years, and you're gonna feel resentment towards that person, and that's what you want to avoid. Take responsibility for your life and take control of your life and what you can do. Now, tip number 4, I like to call it love corrected. So I want you to think back to your childhood, and I want you to make a list of all the negative emotions that you felt as a child. For instance, maybe you felt abandoned, you felt disappointed, you felt insecure at times, you felt like you were controlled. Now I want you to cross that out and write the word love. So be very careful, because you may feel a very strong attraction to someone and feel that very strong chemistry for another person that you just met. You don't even completely know them, but the thing is, you just can't put your finger on it, and you think it's all lovely and flowers. Well, the thing is, on a subconscious level, you may be profusely attracted to this person, but the reason is because they subconsciously hold the characteristics that your parents had. So you think that by getting this person to love you, then you've accomplished getting your mother or your father to love you. Like attracts like. If you want somebody who's honest and loyal or affectionate, make sure that you're able to be that person yourself. I'm also very clear on what it is that I want, so make sure that you guys are very clear on what it is that you want for yourselves. All right, guys, well, those are all my tips for having a healthy relationship. Again, thank you all for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you found anything in this video benefits. I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.